Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to SkyFactory. So I thought we would take a little bit of a break from the work that we've been doing up inside of the center of the space station and instead take a look at a little bit of stuff from Pam's Harvest Craft. So I was trying to find some better food because even though this apple juice has been working, we are running very low on it. And also, I've been trying to find something that I can feed to these guys in the auto sieves, and this apple juice just doesn't cut it there. So I was looking through Pam's Harvest Craft, looking for some of the better foods, and I came up with quite a few of them that we could possibly do, and it's going to take a little research to find out which one is going to be the best deal. So if we take a look at Pam's Harvest Craft, I made myself a list of the various items here, and we're just going to go through them one at a time. So the first page here is just seeds and products, so there's nothing really to look at there. But if we start over here, we start to see some of our prepared foods, and the first one, if I can find it here, is the Hearty Breakfast, and that's right here. So the Hearty Breakfast gives us 9 haunches and 10 saturation, and this is made with potato cakes, chocolate milk, toast, a fried egg, and probably a pork chop. So that's what we need for that. Potato cakes needs onions and butter is cream and salt. So yeah, all of these are going to have quite a few steps involved. The next one is the Delighted Meal. Now, we used this one in Crash Landing, and this also gives 9 haunches and 10 saturation, and this is made with a deluxe cheeseburger, fries, and a smoothie. Now, this is actually one of the easiest recipes, I'm pretty sure, to make. Fries is just salt and potato with some bakeware. The smoothie is a snowball, which we've been making tons of those, and some type of a fruit. Now, the one that I happened to get here was blackberry, but yeah, just about any type of fruit. The deluxe cheeseburger is lettuce and tomato on a cheeseburger, which is cheese on a hamburger, which is beef and toast is just bread smelted again. So that's a pretty simple one. Next up, we have the Bacon Mushroom Burger. So let's see if we can find that one. Well, here, we'll go this route. So the Bacon Mushroom Burger. This one only does 8 haunches and 9.5 saturation. And really, it's not too much easier than the Delighted Meal. So I don't know if we're really going to be doing that one. But next up, I know this is on... Actually, I guess the Bacon Mushroom Burger is here. The next one is on the next page, and that is the Sausage in Bread. Now, this one takes maple sausage, bread, onion, and ketchup. The maple sausage takes maple syrup, and I'm not sure, a lot of this stuff, I don't know how we're going to get it, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Next up, we have... Oh, and the Sausage and Bread does 9 haunches and 10 saturation as well. Next up is the Beef Wellington, which also does 9 and 10. And this takes just dough, spinach, mushrooms, and beef. This actually is this might actually be the absolute easiest one because we can very easily automate just about everything here. So that might be the route we go. We'll just have to see. After that is the Epic Bacon. Now this is also 9 and 10. And this just takes a piece of cooked pork with these, 7 dyes. We got red, orange, cyan, green, yellow, purple, and magenta. That would be really easy to do, especially considering we can use the Botania dyes for this. And we've pretty well come up with a foolproof method of getting that if we create the same system that we have in Hermit Pack. But this one would be pretty easy to do also. Next one after this is the McPam. which is right here. Now this one only does 8 hunger and 10 haunches, and it's a little bit more complex taking the pickles and the salad dressing. But like I said, we'll have to research this and find out what it takes to do all this stuff. After that is the beet burger. Where did that one go? The beet burger. No, that's the barbecue pulled pork. Okay, Rendog. Where is the beet burger? I could have sworn it was that one, but it's not. There's the onion burger. Well, somewhere we have a beet burger. It might be on the next page. Oh, no. Right here. Okay, the beet burger does 9 hunger and 10 saturation. And this requires pineapple. So, yeah, once again, I don't know what it takes to get these things. Then we have the Meat Feast Pizza, which is right here. Now this takes pork sausage, steak, chicken, pepperoni, and a pizza. So I mean, this is not exactly an easy thing to make. The Meat Feast Pizza does 9 and 10. Then we have the Random Taco. The Random Taco. This does 8 and 10 as well. We need a tortilla, lime juice, mustard seed or curry powder, ginger, something like that, avocado, cheese, onion, steak, and a cutting board. Who knows? And finally, we have the Deluxe Chicken Curry. This one does 9 and 10 as well. This takes 9. I have no idea. Mango chutney, rice, and chicken curry. Dough and onion and cooking oil. Okay. Interesting. Sounds like almost like a hush puppy or something. But so those are our basic options here. Now what I'd like to do is actually quantify how much stuff we need for each of these and do a little thought about what it would take to automate them. And also I've got to figure out how we get the various seeds for Pam's Harvest Craft, because we have a whole bunch of stuff here that I have no idea how we're supposed to get it. You know, all of these are things that can be hanging on a tree. Then we also have all of these seeds that produce the various items. So I'm going to have to find out how we get those, try to figure out what our best option is for a high-powered meal for the least input. And once I get that all figured out, I will be back and we'll try to get something figured out on better food production. So after doing a fairly extensive amount of research, I have found out that we have probably our best deal for food production would be either sausage and bread, beef Wellington, or a beet burger. Now those are all right here at the top of this page. The sausage and bread, the beef Wellington, and the beet burger. Now all three of these take 6 items in input and various crafting and cooking recipes in order to make them. Now the simplest one as far as being able to just be crafted is the beef Wellington, because it takes raw meat, spinach, mushroom, and dough, and the dough takes water, salt, and flour. Now the flour, if we had the Natura stuff, that would be great, but we need the wheat flour, so that's wheat and a mortar and pestle. And so that's one crafting recipe. To get the water, we can use water eggs. Now this is something that I have used in my multiplayer SkyFactory that I've been playing with my brother. He had some water chickens, made tons of water eggs, and you can use those in place of a water bucket. So that's kind of nice, but that would still take salt, and salt is some type of water in a pot. And then you still need all this other stuff. The sausage and bread, on the other hand, takes ketchup, onion, bread, and the maple sausage. So that takes raw meat, spice leaf, and maple syrup. So there's 3 items there. Then we need the wheat, the onion, and then a tomato. So there's only 6 items there, a couple of crafting recipes, nothing major. I don't know where we would get this maple syrup is the only thing. So that one's pretty simple. And then we also have the beet burger, which we would have to cook the steak, we would have to cook the pork chop. Now this fried egg, I did a little bit of checking on this, and we can use our eggs from our nesting pens here for that. So we could take, say, a nether quartz chicken egg, and if we put that with a skillet, it will show us fried eggs. So we would have basically an infinite supply of eggs for that recipe, and then we would still need the toast, which would take bread, which is just wheat, and of course we would have to be running that through a sag mill, but each wheat produces a lot of bread that way. If you use the vanilla crafting recipe of 3 wheat, you get 1 bread. If you run it through the sag mill and then cook the flour, you get 6 bread for the same amount of wheat. Big difference. So that's where that is, and then we would still need the pineapple and beet. But it only takes 6 items, it's just a bit more cooking and crafting. But not a big deal. Now the next thing is trying to figure out how to get the Pam's Harvest Craft stuff. Now I think I have figured that out. I haven't tested it yet, so I have no idea if it's correct or not. And I believe we're supposed to make this market block. Now this market block just takes some wool, planks, and an emerald. So that's pretty simple crafting for us anymore. So let's grab a plank here because we need 4 or a log because we need 4 planks. Then we need 4 blocks of wool and an emerald. Now our emeralds are down below. Should have plenty of those available. Yeah, we have 22 blocks. I think we have enough. So we'll go ahead and drop... Oh, well, I guess we had 1 in here. No big deal. So we should have everything we need for that. Let's go ahead and make up this market block. And then I suppose we'll go back up here for now and find out what this thing does. So if we place it down, okay, so spinach seed, 1 emerald. Cabbage, kiwi, so it looks like we use this to get our various... 1 bone meal for 3 emerald... What? That seems a bit stupid. Can I sell it for that? Oh my gosh. A spawn horse for 12? Nah. Chicken for 3? No. Spruce sapling? Really? Okay, so there's the maple sapling. That's only 3 emeralds. Not bad. So, we should be able to get just about everything that we need out of here just at a cost of emeralds. So that is pretty cool. So I suppose what I'll do is I will gather up the various items that I need. We need to grab some emeralds. I suppose we might as well just grab the emeralds we have in here too. So what does this come up to right now? We have almost 4 stacks of emeralds. Not bad. So yep, I'm going to gather up all the items that we need and start doing a little bit thinking about how we're going to lay this out in the upper part of the base for the farms, because we are going to need plenty of stuff. Oh, I guess I hadn't gone over what I decided. So we had the sausage and bread beef Wellington or the beet burger. All of them are fairly close to the same, but I'd kind of like to use the beet burger because I want to use some of our eggs. And also, visually, it's the most pleasing out of the 3 for in the game. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, kind of want something that looks neat. So I will find the pineapple, the beet, and that should be it for stuff that we need here. So, yep, I will be back in a little bit. So I now have the beets and pineapple, and I've been sitting up here kind of looking around, trying to decide where I'm going to put all of this stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is we have our chicken stuff over here, we have our mystical agriculture stuff here, and I think what we're going to do is our food production in this one, which means we need to finish this tunnel, and while I'm at it, I'm probably going to finish the rest of this central area here. But so what we'll probably do is set up a couple of farms here, one for the pineapple and one for the beets, just like we have it set up here for the mystical agriculture. And then on the back side of the hallway, we will set up rooms for breeding the chicken, or we don't need to breed chickens, we have chickens over here. But we need to breed the pigs and the cows, and then also we need crafting and cooking available for that as well. So all of that stuff will be taken care of in this quadrant. And I don't know if we're going to try to self-power this, or if we'll try to use like our explosion generator or something like that. What we really need to do is get some of those dimensional transceivers set up so that we can transmit that power from the explosion generators out to where we need it. The only thing with that, if we look those up, we need some major stuff to be able to make those. We need these Ender resonators, which need Enderman heads. We have not gotten any Enderman heads as we've been going on, and this also requires the slice and splice, but we do have some mob heads, so that wouldn't be too big of a deal. But then it also requires some Ender crystals, which requires Enderman soul vials, and these octatic capacitors, which are not cheap by themselves. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive thing, but I would love to see us get those. I guess temporarily we can figure out something. Maybe we could do something with solar power to power this. So if we take a look at solar power, of course we have Solar Flux Reborn, and these guys take a lot of iron. Now originally I was kind of concerned about this because we didn't have much for iron production. Well, now we don't have much of a problem with that. In fact, if I needed more iron, it would be really easy just to set up another iron chicken. But we have stacks and stacks of iron blocks and tons of iron that needs to be crafted. So that wouldn't be a big deal, and maybe we could power it with solar flux. So that one's iron, redstone, and planks, and then from there we just need a piston. Piston? That seems kind of odd. And then a repeater and photovoltaic cells, lapis, all kinds of weird stuff. So before we really get heavily into that stuff, we may have to make a few more types of chickens to bring in some other items that we don't have yet. But yeah, that might be the better option currently, and just let our explosion generator continue doing its business down below. So yeah, I suppose I'm going to get this, I guess you call it a courtyard area, finished out, and the tunnels and all of that done, and then I will be back. So I recently got done with the Sunday live stream, and there have been a lot of changes to this place. A couple of them here that are very noteworthy. First off, we have color coding for each of the 4 main tunnels now, and hopefully this will help me to not get so turned around in this place, because it's really easy to get confused as to where you're supposed to be going. Another one is that this upper area is completely finished, and I removed the polished diorite from the bottom of this wall right above the windows and put in white lamps from actually additions. I think these look fairly good, and they make the wall pretty bright. You can see where the tunnels go into, or the hallways go into the wall. It's not nearly as bright, and I might try to figure something out to illuminate that a little bit more, but right now, not a big deal. Also, we have now completed all 4 of the rooms here. This one here is the one that we have all of our, well, I don't know that you could say tech, but it's where I've been storing all the stuff. And you can see it's got a roof now. We have the roof over here. This is the other one that we did. And this is where we are going to be raising the pineapple and beets. Now, I've been trying a little bit of stuff with figuring out how to make the rooms on the other side of this smaller hallway, and I made this one. I haven't finished this wall because I don't know for sure how to put it in there, but I've made this at a slight angle. The next one is at a 45-degree angle, and then this one over here is a mirror image of the first one. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to try it. And inside of these rooms is where we are going to have our animal breeding. So one of these is going to be for cows, one for pigs, probably one for sheep, and I don't know what we'll do in the 4th one, but we'll figure something out. I also pretty much flattened off this area here on top, and this is going to be the floor for the service area above the floor below. So we're going to have the 2nd floor above this, and this is going to be the service area in between to accommodate pipes, wires, hidden machines, whatever we happen to need in this area. So it's very bright thanks to the lamps that are popping through from below, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I can actually run across it now, but I do get a little confused as to where I'm going sometimes. So I think the next thing to do then is to start getting some of the machinery set up in here. I'll probably set up the farms in here first, and I'm going to set those up identical to the ones for the Minicio crop over... Minicio? Inferium. Minicio is a previous incarnation of that mod. But the Inferium crop, I have it set up over there to where there's one block right about here that overlaps from each of the 2 farms. So that's probably what I'll do, and I'll just let the planters, or the farmers, I guess, from Actually Editions fight over which one gets to use that space. Now, of course, one big problem that we're running into is power, and so I think I'm probably going to start getting some small solar panels crafted up as well. So I've got a lot of stuff to craft, a lot of stuff to set up, and one final thing, I did finally make an enchanting table, but we are low on leather, so I was only able to make 3 bookshelves, but we were able to get efficiency 2 on our obsidian pickaxe, which really speeds things along. And also I went ahead and put a facade underneath the walkways here that make the cross in the center. I think that looks a lot better. So it's not going to be long. We're going to be removing this platform, and this will probably be open all the way from there down to the bottom. Now, my initial plan for this area was an extreme reactor, and that might still be the case, but we need to get a lot of decoration of these walls done long before we do that. So I'm going to get those planters set up, maybe get some more of the... I can't remember what those are called. They're not... I don't think they're breeders. What the heck is this thing called? The thing that I've got over here breeding the pigs, automatic feeder. And we have explosion generators. So yeah, we've got that. We need the automatic feeder, we need planters. And I'm not sure the range on these guys, but I'm going to have to try to make sure that they don't interfere with each other. And then we still need to figure out some way to automatically kill the animals once they actually have grown up. And I guess Also, I now have a ring of magnetizing. This has been helping me out a lot, but in order to charge it, because it does use RF, I needed to make some capacitor banks. Now these things, this one for sure is not keeping up. I should probably make another one of these explosion generators, and that was painful. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to work on, and I suppose I will be back after a little while. So it has been a couple of weeks since I have been on this map, and there was an update to the pack. I came down here to get some redstone and realized my auto sieves weren't working. Well, my capacitor bank and generators are full, and then I looked at these cables and they are no longer connecting to the auto sieves. I do not know what the story is there, but it still connects to the auto packager. So I don't understand in the slightest why it's not connecting there. But I suppose what we'll need to do then is make ourselves some Ender IO conduits. And in order to do that, we need conductive iron. Now, I don't know... Yes, okay, we can make conductive iron in a smeltery. So, I hope that that's hot enough to melt redstone. I don't remember, I figured this out once before, how much redstone was needed per ingot. It looks like it's about a 1-to-1. What is the... Yeah, okay. So if I put in a block of redstone and 9 iron ingots, how many did I get it? Oh, nope. Not enough heat to melt this item. Now I'm just kind of curious what kind of fluids we have. Do we look up liquid? No, fluid. Well, that means in order to get some conductive iron, we are going to have to do some stuff with Ender IO. So we need the alloy smelter, which needs a machine chassis, basic capacitor. At least it's not overly complex, and I think I might actually have everything that I need down here. So yeah, we have copper, we have gold, we have a lot of iron on us, and we'll just go from here. So I know that we need to make some gold nuggets, so we'll make those. We need to unpack some copper. And what else did we need for that capacitor? Redstone. And I still haven't made my redstone chickens, so that is going to be a little bit of a problem. But I'm going to unpack a whole bunch of redstone here, and let's go ahead and make up one of these. We're only going to make one, but we'll probably make more later. And actually I had iron bars right there. Okay. So there is our machine chassis, and then we needed some furnaces. Yeah, I've been watching too much Rendog and Iskall. So do I have some furnaces around here? I did, and now I don't. Well, that's okay. Our cobble generating machine is still working, so we shouldn't have too much trouble grabbing some cobble. So we'll make up a few furnaces, and that should be it. Don't want the hoe. Alright, so alloy smelter, we are still missing the cauldron. Now we should have everything. There we go, alloy smelter. So will this connect to the power cable? Yes, it will. Why is it that these guys aren't connecting? I am really confused. I tried breaking the cables and replacing them, and that did nothing. But whatever. Okay, so we will drop in a stack of redstone and iron. That will make our conductive iron. The other thing that we need then is binder composite. And that we need to make... We need gravel, sand, and clay. Now I think I have a whole bunch of clay over here. Oh, wait, it's in this one. Yep. So, yeah, we have tons of clay. Then we need sand and gravel. I'm all turned around. Okay, what do we got here? Grab some gravel, grab some sand. And this stuff is going to have to be cooked, of course. And, wow, that was dumb of me. Well, there's room in there. Alright, so let's take and place some of this sand in here and grab some gravel instead. Alright, binder composite. So, yeah, we can make quite a bit of this stuff. Okay, there we go. And this stuff needs to be cooked. There's my furnaces. See, I knew I had some around here somewhere. So let's pull out that black quartz. Is that all that we have in these? Yep, black quartz. So drop that stuff off in here. And just wait for a little bit of that stuff to cook up. We need 6 of them total in order to be able to make the conduits. So let's see here. Yeah, we'll just drop this stuff back into these chests. That's the easiest way to do this. And I'll bet we have, yep, we have a little bit of compressed cobble and some compressed gravel and sand in here. Yeah, always a problem with that. So now we'll just throw that back in there. We should have enough binder composite by now. Yep. And... oh, what? The thing is cooking flux. Why are you... darn you. Gotta set that to alloys only so that it doesn't cook the redstone into flux. So this flux networks, I have been kind of paying attention to Apache over on the Beyond server, and he made some stuff with this, with the flux networks. And this actually is quite a bit easier to work with than the dimensional transceivers. So you need to make this stuff, the flux controller, and there was this, the flux plug. And with that you can, and a flux point. With those you can transmit power wirelessly. So we may have to look into that as well. We are going to have to get those redstone chickens though, because the redstone is a little in short supply. So I am going to drop the rest of this stuff back in here. And that should actually compress that stuff. And why not? It'll compress all of that stuff back down into blocks. Drop this stuff in there just because. Keep the iron. Oh, no, it's making trapdoors. Okay, well, we have 10 iron trapdoors now. So, let's go ahead and clear this recipe back out. We will make some energy conduits. And hopefully this will, not the enhanced ones, just the regular ones. Hopefully this will solve the issues of our power not connecting. So I'm just going to vein mine those and place these down. So it connects there. Yes, it does connect there. And I know it will connect to this because that is Ender IO. So there we go. We're getting power again. And we should be able to be getting some stuff back out of our sieves. So that is good. Now it looks like we're going to be hitting dust here soon. So we'll be getting redstone back again in a little while. But unfortunately I didn't get to the things that I wanted to get to at the end of the episode because we're out of time for today. So I want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget that I do have Patreon. If you are really enjoying what you see, be sure to go over there and see about giving me a little bit of help. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.